225 feet. I need a disc that goes straight with a little fade at the end. So what do we got in the bag? We have a EMAG Truth. Yeah, I mean, that would do it. We have a rock. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that'll do it too. What else? We got a buzz. Yeah, I mean, that's it. And then a reactor. Yeah, which one's the right disc though? They're all so close. Is it the buzz? Yep, I knew it. Should have threw the EMAG Truth. Next time. What's up, YouTube fam? Robbie C here, and we are back with another installment of the I Wish I Knew series. Our guest today is someone that you may not recognize his face, but you do recognize his work, I can guarantee. He is the founder and creator of the Perfect Putt 360 app, and is our first team member from the Trilogy lineup. Chris Zagone is a member of Team Westside Discs and took time out of his practice rounds and day prepping for the Texas State Championships to give us our tips. So let's jump on in.
Hey guys, what's up? Chris Zagone, Team Westside here. What I wish I knew back then. I'm going to address bag building because I've played a lot of rounds with a lot of new golfers, a lot of people that came into the sport because of COVID or maybe even just before that. I'm always really conscious of their bag and what they're throwing. And even whether it's mixed bag or you're brand loyal, I see a lot of people building their bags with discs that like overlap one another. Let's just go with the mixed bag situation. You'd have like a T-Bird, an Explorer, and maybe a Stag. You know, like all three of those discs are very similar. You can have a Leopard in there, anything that's just kind of really a neutral, straight flying fairway driver. And they have like 2 or 3 of them. And that's the case in almost every single slot for distance drivers, mid-ranges, and putters. And so then they're stuck making a choice or a decision in the moment of which of those 3 discs to throw for the same shot that they know they can execute. And if that shot doesn't work out, then they're immediately, generally speaking, gonna think that they should have thrown one of the other 2 discs. But it may not have been the disc, it may have been the execution of the shot. And so that's why I say, whenever I build my bag, I want to do it as simple as possible, because the fewer discs that I have in my bag, the less discs that I have to learn and the fewer choices I have to make on the tee box. Instead of having 3 discs that do the same thing, that they're different molds, what I like to do is have one mold but 3 of them. And so like I'll have a new one, slightly seasoned, and a really beat up one, and now I have 3 variations of that same shot, and my hand already has the familiarity of that disc and that mold. And I don't have to make a choice between discs, and if I don't execute a shot, I can't blame it on the disc. I have to accept responsibility for the shot thrown. So I think those are good things. You see that a lot with putters too. You'll see a lot of these new players and you'll say, what are you putting with? And they're like, well, with this, I use this one for inside the circle, this one for outside the circle, this one, you know, it's like there's 4 different types of putter molds. That's way too many choices. Get like, you know, if you're with your putting putters, you know, you want to have probably the same thing, just maybe a lighter one or a more broken up one for longer shots for me, so that I can fire the shot off with less effort and get it to still fly as far. But when you're getting into your approach putters, again, maybe have 1 or 2 molds, and then you'll just have different broken in levels of variation on there. If you've got 20 to 25 discs and you've got 16 molds in there, that's a problem. I think I carry 9 molds across 20 to 25 discs, so I've got 2 to 3 of each one, maybe 3 or 4 if it's something that I throw a lot. And then my putters is, you know, the same thing for putting inside and outside the circle. And then my approach putters carry 2 or 3, generally 2 of each one of those. So those are some things that I wish I had known whenever I was starting out, so that I would have had more simple bag to make decisions from. Hope that helps.
I could not agree more with Chris's tip, trying to minimalize your mold count within your bag. When I only have a small amount of molds that I have an option to throw, it makes decision making so easy. And decision making is a critical piece of shooting well in disc golf. I really want to highlight what Chris said, and one of the easiest ways to do this is to think about what you use each disc in your bag for. Take your bag, a piece of paper, and a cold Diet Coke or whatever your beverage of choice is, and get ready to write down, hey, these are all the different shots that I use this disc for. When you see that overlap happening, you can eliminate excess molds and gain confidence in exactly what you know you want to throw. I want to thank Chris for coming on the channel, and I cannot stress enough how grateful I am for every single pro and experienced player that comes on the channel and takes time out of their busy schedule to record for us here on the channel. Let's go support Chris on all of his social media channels below. I mentioned this earlier, but Perfect Putt 360 is one of the greatest apps out there for your disc golf game. Perfect Putt 360 allows you to take your putting practice and turn it into a game. This game allows you to have longer and more effective putting practice. You can check it out in the App Store, and I can promise you the $5 is going to pay for itself for the confidence and birdies that you're going to find there out on the course. Thank you so much for coming by, and I hope you have an absolutely amazing week. Let's minimize the number of molds in our bag so that you can also say, for now, I'm going to leave you with the birdie.